All right, I have a transistor. The missing transistor from my oscilloscope. It was missing when I bought it, so I don't know if it was dead or not, but somebody decided to pull it out. So I got to put another one back in. And it's kind of an odd transistor, so I had to search all around for it. It's super old, a Hitachi part, of course. It's a Japanese oscilloscope, so it's going to have weird Hitachi parts in it. An SB648. I had to find them internationally, and found them in Spain. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. All right. I don't know if any of these pads are any good. I'll probably put little jumper wires everywhere. There might be this one pad, though, that works. We will solder that one. At least it will kind of hold it in place. Yeah. Let's flip it over. Okay. Let's see, this needs to bend over and go to there. And that one needs to bend over and go over there. That will work. Let's see. All right. This one needs to go down a bit. And this one. I don't want that little bit of metal in there. All right, is this one going to be okay by itself? Let me measure that one. I think he's okay, but let me measure the resistance over to here. 0.1 ohms. I think that's okay. Hopefully it's not high current. Should I just bend it? Ah, hell. I think I'll just bend it over anyway. Then I'll know for sure. I did it with the other two anyway, so let's do it with this one. There. Now it's in there for sure, for sure, for sure. So, do we just power it up? Let's see. I think that's the only thing that was missing. I think. So, turn it on and watch it go kablammy. That'd be fun. Why don't we do that on camera? Let's power it up and see if it does anything. Sure, why not? All right. Do I smell anything? I don't see a trace. Okay, that's bad. Something went bad. Woo! Something went bang. Somewhere. I don't know where. Scared me. Scared me. Goodness. What was it? What was it? Always use your nose. Wow. All right, let's test some voltages, make sure the power supply is still working. Let's see. 5 volts, minus 12, plus 12. Okay, so the power supply didn't blow up. It sounded high voltage. It sounded like something arced somewhere. And where is the beam find? The beam find is not working. No beam find. All right, let's test the high voltage and make sure it's still high voltaging. Oh gosh. All right. DC volts, 6,000 volts. All right, let's try this. So it's negative voltage, so we will ground this lead, and this lead will go to the minus 1800. Let's do that. Probably in that area that I replaced the transistor, but let's see if at least this is good. Is everything hooked up? I have negative going to, let's see, this is common. I want common. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yep, I still got 1850. So that's good. All right, well, I guess that's probably why they pulled that transistor out of there, because it went kapow. And I just made another one go kapow, so it'll be interesting to know if that transistor is dead or not. So let's see if we can't measure him. All right. I'm going to do a diode check on our diode transistor that we just put in there. It's open that way, and it's 0.6 that way, and open that way. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's not good. I think it's dead. I think it's dead. Well, darn. So, okay. So now I have to do some engineering. So I don't want to right away to Spain and get a bunch of transistors that are expensive and they're just going to blow up on me. So I'm going to need to find some transistors that are equivalent. They're high voltage PNP and NPN matched pairs. So I need to find something that's complementary. And I will have to figure out why did that blow up. And I think the only way that you can test that why did that blow up is to blow up a few more transistors, unfortunately. So I will need to get a source of some 150 volt transistors that are complementary enough. I don't think it has to be too too fancy, but yeah, I wonder what bang. Let me pull the power cord off. See if I can see anything on that particular board. I just don't see anything. I don't see a capacitor that looks funny or anything. Boy, it made a big pow. Definitely made a big pow. These lines look burnt. I don't know if they always look burnt, but they definitely look, oh, they look burned. I think our high voltage supply may have dyed the die. I don't know. We might not have 20k volts. And this oscilloscope might be headed towards a disastrous end. I don't know if the CRT is any good or not. So it looks as though there was a big bang in the high voltage line. So let me show you that. See if I can show you that. Okay. Yeah, this isn't going to photo well. Let me see if I can get a better light here. All right, I think you can see it here. You can see this wire here is black. It's black all through this hole. Black, 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 black. And then down there it looks black too. And yeah, I think maybe this wire, either this wire is no good and the insulation broke down and it arced to ground, may have killed the other supply as well. Yeah, it looks ugly in there. It looks ugly. I know you can't see the rest of it, but trust me, it's ugly down in there too. I'll have to do some poking around. All right, I'm going to use my iPhone here. I think I give you a better look at it. Yeah, does that look bad? See this wire here? That wire is no good. And then way down there, you can see it looks no good. Big black wire. Looks like a black wire. And some blackness on the aluminum there. So I think we had a big arc to ground. Yeah. Uh-oh. All right, I've been looking at this wire, and I'm not convinced the wire is the problem. So, if you've, I'd rather not anybody ever work on a CRT. Okay, these things are super dangerous. They will kill you. They will kill you. And there's a lot of voltage under here. Okay, and it can just stay there forever. So never assume that this thing is not deadly lethal, and you need to ground it, okay? And so I have a screwdriver that I'm holding way at the back, and it's hooked onto a ground lead, so my tip of my screwdriver is grounded, and I'm going to reach underneath the rubber cup here and touch the leads in there, and there's no spark. So a lot of times there'll be a massive spark. Do not throw the screwdriver across and kill your brother. So yeah, be careful about this. Now I'll take it out and then I'll show you how this works. I'll ground it again. All right, so there are these two little prongs that come out in two directions, okay? I don't know if this is going to photograph well. And it sticks in a hole there, so you have to squish them together and shove them in the hole. And Yeah, so what I want to do is clean everything off. This wire just might have gotten dirty just because of the high voltage charge on it all the time. And a lot of times there's a buildup on the tube, and yeah. So I'm just going to kind of eliminate all of those things. That's kind of like CRT 101. Just clean everything up, and sometimes it just works. So I had to remove this board to get to it. So I think the board has been out before, which makes me very, very nervous, because when I got it, there were these little bitty light bulbs here. Can you see that on camera? There's little bitty light bulbs here, and those little bitty light bulbs went in these two holes, and it did the gradical illumination. And then there's a front panel LED that has a little connector on it. But the little light bulbs were not in the holes, which led me to believe that this board had been out once before, because they didn't reassemble it correctly. So, yeah, what I want to do is start cleaning stuff. Let's see. And I'm just going to start cleaning it with alcohol. You can see this wire, how dirty it is. It's supposed to be a white wire. The crud seems to be coming. I already cleaned the other end off. The crud seems to be coming off. And I don't see any breaks in the wire. Yeah, it's stiff. I don't know if it was always stiff or it's just old. But it's possible that the arc just traveled back the wire on all this crud. And it could be that the CRT is dead and there was no place for the charge to go, and so the voltage just kept building up and finally whoosh, went down the wire here. All right, and I've already cleaned the other half of the wire, so the wire is good for 30 kV, 22 gauge. All right. The tube doesn't look bad. I don't see any grunge on it. I have to say, I haven't worked on many CRTs. I can't remember the last one I touched a long, long time ago. All right, let's clean the outside of this rubber thing. It seems like it's not in too bad a condition. Well, just try to make it clean so the volts want to go inside and not outside. Let's do this side. See if I can see if this is making good contact. It certainly looks like it. It's soldered on. Looks fine to me. All right. Just using alcohol to clean it up. All right, so now I've got these two things and I need to get them in the hole. So I'm going to put one in the hole and then push on the other one with my grounded screwdriver. See if I can get it to go in. There we go. That's it. That's all that's needed. It just has to get close. It doesn't actually have to make contact. Just has to get close, but yeah, there we go. I think that's good to go. Take off my ground wire. Well, my suspicions are is we have a dead tube, but you never know. Let's see if we can put this board back on. Let's see, there's a little connector here that has to go on somewhere. Where's he go? I took him out. Oh, he's on the bottom. Oh, I'm putting this on upside down. It goes on like that. Duh. Okay. I have to get past this rubber thing holding it out. There we go. That's better. Put the LED connector on. Oops. That's good. Here's your, need to go into tiny little holes. There we go. That's better. A little guy there. Still needs to go away, and still we're missing some holes over here. There we go. All right, now it's holding me up. Something else needs to go in a hole. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's all the way in now. Okay. All right, that's there. That one's in that hole. I need to get this little light bulb in its hole down here. I can't see what I'm doing. I need a flashlight.